across the HQ. Lost the lead. Target down. Reloading.
Enemy incoming!
UAV standing by. Shit, bad guy! UHQ located. Move to the objective.
Sentry gun deployed! 1-1 requesting recon at this time.
UAV online and
max.
opening the AO.
What's going on, guys? Blame Truth here, the Godfather himself, bringing you another video, and I'm showing you guys me joining this match of Shoot House, so you know I'm not reverse boosting. This is just a normal skill-based matchmaking full-on lobby. I do pretty well this game. That's beside the point, though. I'm not showing you that I can beat up other sweats when the time comes, but I'm showing you this so you know that those clips in the beginning, because those clips are from this match, are not doctored in any way. I'm not like in a reverse boost lobby. I'm showing you this for legitimacy's sake, so you know that I'm not just cherry picking. And I played 2 matches on Shoot House, 1 reverse boosted, 1 just standard skill-based matchmaking, just to see the difference or hear the difference with Footsteps. And from what I can deduce, and I went back and looked at the footage, like I watched it back with headphones, from what I can deduce, it was easier to hear people in reverse boosted lobbies, in Timmy No Thumbs lobbies, in Billy Go 57 lobbies, in Joe Secot's daycare lobbies. It's just way easier to hear people in bad lobbies. And I don't know why this is, but I do know that there were many people in my comment section saying, like, Footsteps are non-existent for me, especially in my last video where I called the game Modern Horse Feet. And thankfully, this was a bug. I think Infinity Ward reverted the changes, the footstep changes, but, like, I don't know, man. It shouldn't have been a bug to start with. Like, we need better communication. We need more just testing before they release these updates, man, because we're left in the dark. We don't know if Infinity Ward's actually doing this intentionally, if it's a bug, whatever. We just don't know. And I don't know what's going on exactly with the footsteps, but there is some kind of issue, right? Like, people say that sometimes they can't hear people running up on them full sprint. And footsteps in this game are loud. Even after they quieted them, like, they're still pretty damn loud. So this was recorded, this particular gameplay was recorded on the night of the 18th, November 18th, into the early morning of November 19th, EST, of course. So I'm not sure if the hotfix was out for Footsteps by then. I don't know, but I had these games back to back, like the Try Hard game and then the Reverse Boosted game to test it out. And it 100% was easier to hear people in the RB lobby. And I can show you guys full unedited like gameplay with the sound normalized. You still can hear people in the sweat lobby, but sometimes their footsteps just seem to disappear. I didn't really have that problem in the regular lobby. And I'm bringing all this up because there was a thread talking about this, not specific issue, but a similar issue. Someone made like a new newbie account and tested it out, and then someone used their sweaty tryhard account and tested it out, and it was different. However, I think I know the issue here. I'm not about to go Alex Jones on you guys and say Infinity Ward's turning the frogs gay or something, but I am here to say what I think this is. Like, what is the issue in the beginning there? Like, why do footsteps seem to disappear in the sweat lobbies, but I can hear them a bit better in the tryhard lobbies? And I can give you guys the unedited gameplays of both, with me joining the match, so you can see where I'm reverse boosting and where I'm not. Like, I'm playing it on my regular account, but I'm doing the lobby join exploit for the reverse boosting bit. So, and you can hear that there is a difference, but here's what I actually think it is before I get into the meat and potatoes of this thread. I think that there's just more activity going on in the sweat lobbies. There's more gunfire, there's more shit happening, and I think the sound engine gets bogged down. That's what I think is happening. In the RB lobbies, it was rare for me not to hear someone at least a little bit, like sneaking up on me or coming around a corner or whatever. in the sweat lobbies, it's a lot harder to hear people coming up directly behind me. I think that's because there's so much sound like shit going through the engine. There's so much shit happening that there's packet loss for sound, is what I'm trying to get at. Maybe for actual gameplay elements as well. I know animations sometimes get skipped, but it seems like there's a loss of information. There's too much shit going on. Only so much can go through the pipeline. It's like a clogged toilet, which is a great way to describe it for this shitty game, but I think it's that. Now, with that said, there may be something else afoot here, because Mike on Reddit did some tests, and this is why I did my tests, and it's not super clear what he's talking about in his thread. It's not written super well. Like, no offense to Mike, I'm not like dogging on him or whatever. It's just not written very clear, like what he's doing. At first, I thought he was on a new account and like testing the footsteps with a brand new, fresh account, like a new Activision ID basically. But I don't think it was that. I think he's doing the reverse boost method where he just kind of goes into a super low skill lobby. And to be fair, I think he is below the tier I was in my reverse boost lobby. So take that as you will there. But it's hard to tell because all the shit's hidden. It's a fucking hidden algorithm. So who knows? But in his thread, I'm just going to read it right here before I get into the clips. He says, "Hi, after a few hours of testing things and after a lot of reverse boosting, you can clearly hear the game helps you hear more footsteps with a newbie SBMM with enhanced footstep sounds and filtering other noises." And by filtering other noises, I think he means that in the lower skilled lobbies, they're like filtering out a lot of the background noise so you can hear footsteps better. So that's an interesting take there. That's an interesting kind of deduction. I'm not going to read the whole thread, but he basically goes into like what he thinks is happening and lists several examples. One on a dummy like SBMM lobby, and then another set of videos on his usual sweat lobbies. And it is very different. It's remarkably different actually. Now, like this clip right here happening in game, I could hear footsteps. Like I could hear the enemy's footsteps, and I'm kind of camping here, playing like a sentinel, playing like Joe Secott wants me to play. And I can hear them, but there is a lot of shit going on at the same time. Like, I can hear them, but at the same time, there's a lot of noise happening. And I get that it's like headquarters, and I get that it's loud as fuck, you know? But there were certain times where there's less shit happening, and I couldn't hear footsteps. Like that clip earlier where I'm just getting snuck up on, and like, you can't hear shit. I don't know why I couldn't hear that guy sprinting up on me. I think he had a teammate with him as well. Couldn't hear either of them. You guys can put on headphones. I have not doctored the audio at all. There is something fucked up with the footsteps. I don't know if it's intentional. I actually don't think it is. I don't think these devs are talented enough to have some algorithmic footstep audio thing. I don't think they are. I'm sorry. I don't think they are competent enough to do that. I think there's just something fucked up, personally. Like, it's just the sound engine in general is fucked up. And I would love if the Exclusive Ace or Drifter, I think Drifter's having health problems right now, but you know, some data guy, JGod or something, I would love if one of these guys would test this in a controlled environment, not private matches, but just like maybe going into a reverse boosted lobby and then testing it out over the course of like 10 games, and then going into a regular sweaty lobby and testing it out over 10 games and just analyzing like actual peaks of audio, analyzing actual footstep data, maybe not the sounds overall, but I would love like a more, I guess, scientific approach to this, because I don't really have the time nor the energy to test this out over and over. Like, I'm more of a comedy guy. I get on here and I talk shit and I make jokes and I entertain people that way, you know. Like, that's my thing. That's what I like to do. So I could do this. I would rather they do it because it's not really my forte. Now, with that said, if they don't end up doing it, I may just do it myself and then give you guys the raw files. I mean, I could even upload the raw gameplay again of the skill-based matchmaking lobby versus the reverse boosted lobby and let you hear for yourself. I could upload those to Google Drive or something and you guys could just hear the raw audio. And let me know if you guys want me to do that. I'll do it. But small sample size, you know, I got like one actual comparison on the same map even. There is a difference. I never really noticed any issue in the reverse boosted lobby with footsteps. None. Like, I heard people at least a little bit, even with a lot of other game sounds. But in the skill-based matchmaking lobby, I mean, just that clip of that guy running up on me and there's no sound. And this is after, I think, the footstep audio buff, the 75% buff. Unless they hotfixed it between matches. They could have. I don't know. Again, small sample size. But I'm curious to know what you guys think here. There is something wrong. Like, I haven't covered it because I've just been covering everything else wrong with this game. And I hate to shit on it. I really do. I'm actually, truthfully, having some fun with Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2. More fun than I thought I would have, considering the state of the game. And I'm glad they reverted the footstep changes. I am. And Shoe House is pretty good. And as you can see, even in a skill-based matchmaking lobby, if I put my tryhard pants on, I can do well. I can beast mode, but then sometimes I'm gonna face a full party and there's just nothing I can do. I think that's the real killer, and maybe that's why I had such a good match in Shoe House here, because the parties were kind of busted. So when it's just like a bunch of random good players versus another group of random good players and no one's really communicating, that's that shit I like. That mercenary style TDM back from like COD 4. That's that shit I like, because, man, this game is just completely unfun when I'm facing a full party because the game thinks I'm Michael Jordan and I'm facing Team Moderate to Severe Acne while I have to carry Team Cheeto Dust and Vaseline, and it's just not fun. You know, there'll be like one Helen Keller, one Billy Goat 57 on my team, and that's usually why we will lose. Or we'll lose because I'm trying to level a gun. You know, I'm not using my best shit, so I'm trying to level like a battle rifle or something, and I just can't do that. I just can't do it. But anyway, guys, this gameplay is wrapping up. At the very end of the gameplay, when I do my sign off, I'm gonna do some clips from this guy's streamable shit just to show you like what he recorded, and you'll have to take it with a grain of salt. I don't know how reputable he is. Like, no offense to Mike again, but I don't know if the audio's been doctored or whatever. Again, I would love if an actual data guy would cover this, because there is something afoot, and no pun intended, there is something afoot with the footsteps, and I want to get to the bottom of it. I don't know, man. Especially for like the pro scene. Imagine if there's some kind of actual issue, how bad the pro scene is going to react to just game audio bugs in a game where audio is so important. This is the most important Call of Duty as far as audio is concerned. I called it Modern Horse Feet last commentary for a reason. But anyway, guys, I may also try some free-for-all. See if it's just, you know, I don't know, noise pollution in team games. Like, there's too much noise coming through the pipeline. Might try some free-for-all on a reverse boosted account and then my regular tryhard account. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, guys. Oh, before I sign off, too, I may do a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet review, because that game is shit, too. You guys think it's just Call of Duty that I shit on? I mean, I could shit on anything if it's bad. And modern gaming as a whole is fucking letting us down. Let me know if you guys want to hear my opinion on the children's cockfighting simulator this year, because I have not bought the game. I kind of refuse to buy the game, and it seems like they shit the bed and I made the right choice. So let me know if you guys want my thoughts on that. I'll make an entire video on that shit and roast it and have a good old time. But anyway, I will catch you guys on the next one here. I'm going to kill this tryhard dude to end out this here headquarters game. And yeah, I actually kind of had fun in this lobby. I mean, it didn't last very long, of course, but after the reverse boosting lobby and this lobby, I got into a lobby with a guy. I think he was hacking. I think he was hacking, but there's no way to tell because this game, I don't know, it's messed up. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you on the next one. I want to suplex Joe Secott through Cold Stone Creamery's mint chocolate chip. Peace out.
I appreciate it, Nick. I'm sorry if I'm a little fucking snippy. I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.